everyone, my name is Yarn Goddess, and I'm back again with another Teach Me Thursday video. If you're new to my channel, Teach Me Thursdays is where I sit down with you guys and show you how to do a complicated stitch and or pattern. Today, we're going to learn how to change colors in your stitches. I'm really excited about this one because I taught myself how to do it, and a lot of people have asked me, how do I change my colors? And I'm really just excited to show y'all. But first, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Step 1, you want to have 2 different colors. You're going to work with either color, it doesn't matter which one you start with, and make a quick base. I'm going to work in half double crochets because that was the stitch that I taught myself with for changing colors. Also, if you're a crocheter and you're watching this video, let me know in the comments, do you use 2 chain stitches before you do half double crochet, or do you use 1? I usually chain 1 and then start half double crochet, and I save the chain 2 for my double crochet. Okay, now that we have a row started of just half double, I'm going to turn and I'm going to work 2 half double crochet into the first stitch and the second stitch. For the third stitch, I'm going to begin by yarning over, going through, pulling through. Before I do the final yarn over, I'm not going to use red. I'm going to drop the red yarn, grab my yellow yarn, yarn over my hook, very carefully hold both strands, and pull through so that the next color I have starts with yellow. In the back here, the red is just kind of hanging out. I know some people would like leave it out and then weave in their ends later. I don't do that. I don't like weaving in my ends. I rather try to incorporate it from the beginning. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to carry both my red and my yellow yarn with me into the next stitch. So I'm going to start another half double crochet stitch, but now with yellow yarn. Make sure the red and yellow yarn is in the middle of that stitch, so when I pull over, it is inside of the stitch. Yarn over and continue for the remainder of my stitches. Now if I'm working towards the end of the row, usually right here I will cut it so that the yarn is at the end, because I don't mind weaving in my ends on the very end. Weaving in my ends in the middle is kind of tricky, but you see here in the front you have the color change. Very smooth, very clean, very perfect. The back can get a little bit wonky sometimes. I like to give both my strands of yarn a little tug to make sure that they're in those stitches completely. And I'm going to do this again on the other side. So I'm going to chain 1, work half double crochet in all my yellow stitches. In that final stitch, I'm going to pull through, but for that final yarn over, I'm not going to use yellow. I'm going to drop the yellow. I'm going to grab red. So remember, you start your half double crochet, you have 1 more yarn over to do. You don't do it with yellow. You do it with the color you want to change to. So you yarn over with red. And then when you pull through, the next stitch you have will start with red. And like I said, you don't have to work your ends into your stitches. I just prefer doing that. So now you're going to do another half double crochet while keeping your stitches in between your work so that it folds into the stitch. And you can see here, make sure you give your strands yarn a little tug. Not too much of a tug, but just a little tug so that they're tucked in there nice and perfectly. And there you have it. That is how I changed the color for my stitches. This does get more complicated if you use white and black yarn. I don't recommend carrying the yarn through because the black will not cover the white very well and vice versa. But if you don't care about your stitches being like, you know, a little bit seen, that is a-okay. Half double crochet does work best. Seam crochet looks a little bit messier. Double crochet is a no-go, at least in my experience. But I hope this helps. I hope this helps someone. I know a lot of people have asked me how do I color block and how do I add the different colors to my patterns, and I've been really excited and waiting to show y'all. So I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you guys on another Teach Me Thursday video. If you guys like this video, be sure to like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on another one. Bye.